Hey, what's up, boot camp? I'm excited. Is this our fifth? This is our fifth, right, Joey, or
Yep.
sixth?
This is our fifth.
Okay, fifth boot camp. You guys, right now, this is the smallest boot camp we've ever done, but that should get you guys excited because you get more of our attention when you're in these small, intimate groups. So I think we have like 40 people in there right now. Generally, I'm used to running these at about 200 to 250. So not quite as many people, but that's okay. That just means I'm sure the 40 of you are really going to get to know each other and make some connections, and you're going to my attention, that's for sure. But the reason we like to do these kickoff calls is just to give you guys every possible tool to just crush the next 4 weeks. So I want to first say that I'm really, really proud of all of you that have joined and have decided to, take 4 little weeks out of your 90 to 100-year life, hopefully, and devote those to learning about calories and macros and how to change the composition of your body. That's really exciting to me. It's going to be the best $25 you've ever spent because after you get through with boot camp, you're going to realize that, hey, I can eat a lot and that food doesn't have to taste horrible, and that I can even, fit in some fast food restaurants or some treats every once in a while, or even a beer, and still live life and still lose weight. And that's what we're here to teach you guys. We want to make sure that you guys make this a lifestyle, not just a 90 diet. To do something for 90 days is kind of pointless because you're going to stop and then you're going to end up gaining back all the weight you started with. So I want to what I've done for the last 5 years and what Joey's done and what Matt's done and what most of our coaches have done. We want to show you how to lose weight and then keep it off. And that's the biggest problem going through, my weight loss certification specialist. They really talk about how diets fail and how most people who lose weight, an extremely huge amount or extremely huge percentage of people who lose weight end up gaining it all back. And I think that's one of the really cool things about TD Nation and what we teach you guys. A lot of our people who lose weight don't gain it back. Some do, and that just happens, but most don't. So as we get into this, I want to just tell you guys and beg you guys to just trust the system. Go all in. If you do that, you're going to get results. We are going to have what's called a fitness activity tracker form for you to fill out every week. I will post them in the group on Fridays, and you'll have till Sunday to fill those out. And that is your check-in. It's going to ask you, how much weight you've lost, if you've been sticking with the meal plan, what workouts you've been doing. If you're struggling with anything and have any specific questions for me, if you have any questions for the TD Nation show, we added that to it because if you guys have questions, I'm sure other people in TD Nation have them as well. But it's just, it's just your accountability, and it lets me know if something's going wrong with you and if you need help or if somebody's really struggling. And then it also allows me to give shout outs and really recognize the people who are crushing it. So we'll post the fitness activity tracker forms every Friday, and you'll have until Sunday. And remember that this doesn't officially kick off till next Monday. We're just doing the kickoff call tonight so you can get your menus in order, and we can address any concerns that you have. So the past groups, we've gone through, like I said, this will be our fifth group, and I think we've had nearly 1,000 people go through boot camp. On average, we've had, it was 2.5 pounds, but I think it's really like 2.3 pounds per person lost per week. So, almost 9 pounds per person for a 4-week time period. And we've had several lose over 20 pounds in that 4-week period. Let's see. The cool thing about the groups is, it's going to be all the people are going to be doing this. Well, they're not going to be doing the same HIIT workouts every other day, and then you're also just going to be eating the same foods, talking about what meals you like, what meals you didn't like, maybe if there's a meal you didn't like, how you improved it, and sharing those with the group so everybody can benefit from that. But it's really been cool to just see how close the boot camp groups get, and how much fun they have prepping food and sharing recipe ideas, and just really getting to know each other. It's pretty cool. So when you get into this, you're going to have, there's two possibilities. One of two things is going to happen. You're either going to lose weight, which is great. You know, I designed this so that you guys lose between, you know, 0.5 and 3 pounds per week. That's assuming that you're working out 5 to 6 days a week. It will really help if you do a Beachbody program, because it's going to have the timing right for the moves. It's going to help you stay safe. It's going to let you know what muscle groups to work, when to work them, and when to rest certain muscle groups. So that's why we love Beachbody programs. There's a lot of science involved in them, and they do really work, and they will help you get your results, a lot better and quicker results too. So you're either going to lose weight, or you're going to remain constant or gain weight. And before you freak out, because I said gain weight, I'll go into that. Don't freak out over that. If you basically, if you gain weight or remain constant, we will know that you have metabolic damage, and we will put you on a plan to fix that. We'll help you, you know, speed up your metabolism so that you can effectively lose weight and get results. So you know, one of those two things is going to happen, which is good news. Even the people who have gained weight in this program have came out on the other end and realized that they had a problem, and they've been able to fix it and get better results. So, and the people that have gained weight, honestly, we haven't had anyone gain over a couple pounds. I mean, it hasn't been very much, and that's probably water weight. I mean, it hasn't been very much at all. Most people on average, like I said, are losing about 9 pounds for the 4 weeks. So so we'll be able to help you either way. So I want to go into some quick recommendations. These are not requirements. There are no requirements. Since you guys paid to be in this group, I would hope that you follow our recommendations. I would hope that you paid money to get our advice and do what works best, and these things will help you the best. We had a test group of about 250 people, and when we did that test group, we made all of these things a requirement, so that we would know what works best and what doesn't. Number one, obviously follow the meal plan. You're going to see at first it may be, you know, it may be a little daunting, and you might think it looks really hard, but it's not hard. Once you get into it, you'll find it's super easy. And after boot camp is over, you'll probably keep doing these same meal plans. So obviously, we want you to follow the meal plan. We want you to work out 6 days a week, 30 to 60 minutes. Definitely don't work out 7 days. You need a rest day. And if you want to work out 5, that's okay too. So 5 to 6 days, work out 30 to 60 minutes. We highly recommend Shakeology because it's very nutrient dense. It's got 70 whole foods, no preservatives, all your vitamins, minerals, adaptogens, phytonutrients, probiotics and prebiotics. So we really recommend that because you just can't get all of those things in your normal diet no matter how good it is. Now, if it's not in your budget, that's perfectly okay. We've got options worked in where you don't have to do Shakeology. It's not going to be the same, but it'll work. And then we also recommend P90X Results and Recovery Formula. However, since we started boot camp, Beachbody has released a new performance line for muscle recovery after workouts, and it's called Beachbody Recovery, right? I think that's what it is, recovery. But it just has less carbs and more protein. So it's much more effective for what we're doing at boot camp, which most people, almost nearly everybody that's in boot camp's goal is to lose body fat. So I think that the Beachbody Recover is a little bit better for our goals than Results and Recovery Formula. But we have Results and Recovery Formula worked into the meal plan because Recovery wasn't available when I wrote the ebook. So if you use Recovery instead of Results and Recovery Formula, then congratulations, you have more carbs to fit in your diet, and that's always a good thing. So But in our test group, 6 of the top 8 people who lost weight were all taking Shakeology, and all of the top 4 people were taking Shakeology. So people always ask me, does it really matter? And my personal opinion is yes, I think it makes a difference, and I think it helps people in that it will help curb cravings because you're getting more calories or more nutrients and fewer amount of calories. And I just think it helps your body operate better. But again, it's not a requirement. It's just something that we really, really recommend. All right, let's go into understanding the ebook. So I'm not sure if you're at your computer or if you've printed out the ebook. If you don't have an ebook and you paid to be in boot camp, or you had previously bought a challenge pack and your coach added you to this group, you should have an ebook. So go ahead and email your coach and say, hey, I need the ebook, and they will shoot it to you so that you have it. But somehow, I mean, it seems like every boot camp we we get 3 weeks into boot camp and somebody sends me an email and says, I don't have the ebook. And I'm just like, it's the whole point of the boot camp is you gotta have the ebook. So don't email me week 3 asking for the ebook. All right, so you'll see on the first page you got your table of contents. Your measuring tools, cooking do's and don'ts. We do explain to you and talk a little bit about Shakeology, just so you know. If you get down to page, I don't know, it's like 4 or 5. But there's a video there where I explain to you if I think Shakeology is worth the cost and if I recommend it. And you can watch that video. It goes into more detail about Shakeology and what I think. And then there's several links there where if you want to buy a sampler pack where it has like all the different flavors and it's cheaper than just buying a whole bag, you can do that. And if you want more information, there's a link in your ebook for that too. Just remember that with anything Beachbody sells, you always have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can actually eat the whole bag of Shakeology. If it doesn't do what Beachbody claims, or if you didn't like it, then you can send back the empty bag and they'll refund all your money. So there's really nothing to lose. Pretty awesome. And then on the next page there, we talk about recovery, results and recovery formula, and there's a link to go directly to that as well. If you don't want results and recovery formula, again, that's the one that's a little bit higher in carbs, then you can ask your coach or you can sign into your Team Beachbody account and get the Beachbody Performance Line Recover supplement. So then as you scroll down, you start getting into recipes. You'll see all your recipes, but we're going to scroll past all of those. Some of them have pictures, some of them don't. And we're going to go right down to the meal plan. So the first one is the meal plan for the men on week 1. You'll see under there it says weekly average of 2,021 calories per day and at 48% protein, 31% carbs, and 28% fat. This is basically called a fat shredder plan where you're at 50% protein, 30% carbs, 20% fat. It doesn't have to be exact, it's just close. So you'll see there that it says, I don't know if you guys got the revised version. It should say Monday and Thursday, but it says Monday and Tuesday on some of them. And you'll just go down to breakfast and you see what you're supposed to eat for breakfast. If you've got a snack, then there's lunch, snack, dinner, snack, and post-workout. Under that graph, it says for Shakeology and results and recovery alternatives, see page 31. If you scroll down to page 31, you can see what you need to sub in for Shakeology and results and recovery formula if you don't want to buy those 2 things. In every week's meal plan, there is a fast food of the week choice, or a fast food option for every week. So it's usually on Wednesday and Saturdays, and I just wanted to put it on Saturdays because most people are running around to kids' soccer games and all that kind of stuff. The fast food of the week choice is optional. You do not have to eat fast food, but we know that life gets in the way, and sometimes your kids are screaming for chicken nuggets, and you've got to have a good alternative to make them happy and not drive you crazy. So We wanted to put in some healthy alternatives if you find yourself at a fast food restaurant. So that's where you'll see those kind of in orange highlighted. So let's scroll down. Let's see. Obviously, you're going to see Monday and Thursday are the same meals, Tuesday and Friday, Wednesday and Saturday, and then Sunday. Sunday, your calories are a little bit less because you're not working out, but they're close to the same. You're just not going to have a post-workout meal. All right, so you'll also see when you scroll down to that page 31, Shakeology results and recovery alternatives and notes. The Shakeology alternatives, that's everything. You know, you're having your whey protein, your grapefruit or some kind of fruit is fine, and 2 cups of loaded spinach salad with just a little bit of dressing. Every time you see Shakeology on the meal plan, that's what we want you to have. Couple things that are always asked, they're down here in red. Be advised that you may move meals and snacks as you see fit. So if you want to move dinner to lunch or lunch to dinner, you can do that. That's perfectly fine. Also be advised, we already talked about this, the fast food items are optional. If you do not want the fast food option, have fun, create your own meal with similar calories and macros using MyFitnessPal and share it with the group. Lastly, be advised if there is a meal you do not like on the menu, you may use MyFitnessPal and create your own with similar calories and macros. Then feel free to share it with the group. That's a big one, and we have this come up every single group where somebody doesn't like salmon, right, Joey? Or Joey hates salmon, so we always tease him about that. We have it come up every group where someone doesn't like a certain food item, and they ask what can be subbed for that. So what I ask all of you to do first, there's an item you don't like, do some research, go on MyFitnessPal and look, put some skin in the game, look for a food that you like that has similar calories and macros. And then if you want to ask us if that's okay, then that's fine, and then plug it in and do it. If you can't find anything, then feel free to ask us. But if there's something on the menu you don't like, don't instantly just say, hey, what can I sub for this, and expect 40 other people to do your work for you. It kind of, and the only reason I say that is because, you know, if you don't like salmon and I suggest something else, you're going to say, well, I don't like that, and then I'm going to go look and try to find something else, and you're going to tell me you don't like that too, and it's going to drive me nuts. So just go do your own research first, find a food you like. It'll be easy as we go because you're going to start to just automatically know what foods are higher in protein, what foods are higher in carbs, and what foods are higher in fats. It's going to get really, really simple once you get through this 3 weeks, and you guys will be thanking me. Or your coach. Lastly, then, we've got a disclaimer there. Obviously, we're not nutritionists. We've had several people take this to their doctor, and their doctors love it, so I'm confident that your doctor will love it, but we're not nutritionists. I don't know what medications you guys are on. I don't know your medical history. Don't ask me questions about medication or injuries because I'm not a doctor and I just can't advise you on that stuff. If you have any questions about the meal plan or any concerns that anything's going to interact with your medications, take those to your doctor, take the meal plan to your doctor, and consult your doctor first and ask him or her. And then the last thing is, obviously, I hate that I have to say this, and we have not had a problem with it, but I just want to make sure, please respect the time and money that the coaches put into this. We had to hire a web guy to actually create this ebook after we wrote it, and we don't want this shared unless somebody has paid for it. So please don't send this to anybody else. If we find out that somebody's got a free copy of the ebook without paying for it and we find out who gave it to them, you will be blocked, unfriended, and removed from anything relating to TD Nation. So just don't do it. All right. What I missed, guys? Anything?
Um, get a digital scale. I don't think people are actually reading that part. You need to get a digital scale.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Do it before Sunday. Just get it done. Um,
Yeah, and post your pictures of your digital scale. That'd be fun.
yes, yes. Everybody always asks, what is your recipe for your um, lemon green beans? Did we lose Lance?
Silly AOL.
We lost Lance.
Yeah, I mean, I would also say, I mean, don't just like eyeball portions or whatever, actually measure them out. I mean, like, I have containers that I use, you know, to pack lunches, and one of the containers is 2 cups, and another one is like 1 1/4. So I know filling those up, and I have a smaller one that's like 6 tablespoons. So, you know, I'm actually measuring out my food, and, you know, to the point that Joey had about getting a digital scale. I mean, if it's a proteiner, you can measure it out by weight. Do it, because you'll be surprised on, oh, that's like 6 ounces of chicken. Yeah, well, turns out it's like 9. So,
Did Boss Man make it back?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
You're
yeah,
all pixelated.
yeah, that super value package on your internet's working great, Lance.
Well, you know. But you guys can hear me okay now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. I heard somebody say something about green beans.
Yeah, everybody always asks about your recipe for your green beans.
Oh, yeah, okay. So you told them that. And then also, you know, we put green beans in there a lot, and you can really sub any green vegetable in for those. It's just that, you know, we put green beans just so people weren't going to the store and having to buy a bunch of different vegetables if they're on a limited budget. So I don't know. I just to make it simple, I just put green beans. But if you want to sub, you know, broccoli or asparagus or whatever, then you certainly can. It's not going to hurt anything.
I've seen this question twice now. If people are doing the recharge, can they come into boot camp?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, because when we started the recharge, I mean, we advised that people use the boot camp meal plan. I mean, that's what most of us are doing.
Yeah.
We got questions coming? Any more questions coming in, or is that it?
That was it.
Man, this will be the quickest boot camp call ever.
Yeah, that's it. Boot camp, Coach Cupcake's just being a butt.
That's
And then 2015, that's it.
cool. Good deal. All right. Well, we'll post this up in the groups, and if you guys have any other questions after you watch it, there may just not be a lot of people on the call right now. So if you guys have questions when you're watching this, just feel free to post them. We will post this in the big group and the boot camp group, and I'll just check back later and see if anybody's got questions, and then we'll kick this thing off on Monday. And if there's coaches, you know, feel free to add people until, oh, what do you think, Thursday?
It'll be good.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
So we'll keep adding people till Thursday, and we'll cut it off on Thursday. So, all right, guys. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Later.